Hey everyone, it's Insko here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing yet another music challenge, but this time it's something just completely random. I don't even know how I came up with the idea. So there's this website that you probably know of. It's called Wheel Decide. You put in some options and you let the wheel decide. I used it in one of my past videos. I think it was remixing a TikTok song. Well, today I'm going to be letting it completely make a song. It's going to be choosing the genre, the key of the song, the BPM, literally everything. I can't lie though, I don't have a lot of faith in this idea. I don't see how we're going to get a good song out of this, but with that being said, I'm going to try my best and let's get into it. These are the genre music that I've put in. I didn't want to put too many in because I didn't want to put genres that I don't think I'd be capable of making. Obviously, the only genre that I really have a lot of experience in is future bass, so hopefully we get future bass, but let's see. So what genre are we going to be making today? Let's have a look. Please be something good. Please be something that I am very capable of making, like future bass. What are we going to be making? Lo-fi. Okay. The next thing I need to know is the BPM. And I've done BPMs going up in 20, starting at 90 and ending at 230. So we could be making lo-fi at 230 BPM if that's what this wheel decides. So fingers crossed, give me something good, please. I do not want to be making 200 BPM lo-fi. I don't even know how I'd do that. What's it going to be? 150. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a little bit quick, but we can make that work. The next thing I need to know is what key is the song going to be in? So what scale are we going to be using? And as you can see, I've only put the notes here because I'm going to be choosing minor or major in a different wheel. I honestly don't care what key we're going to be in. Like, I don't think there's going to be a key that's going to be better or anything like that. So let's see. I'm fine with whatever we get here. I'm not stressed about this at all. But I don't know, be something interesting. F sharp or... No, it's F sharp. Okay, I thought it was going to be F then. This is like the most simplest wheel because it's one thing or the other. So let's see. Isn't lo-fi normally in minor? Maybe it's sometimes in major? I don't know. It's kind of sad, right? Lo-fi. Minor. Right, so that's decided then. We're going to be making lo-fi 150 BPM in F sharp minor. So the next thing that I'm going to do is try and make a beat pattern. But I thought to keep it more interesting, we're going to let the wheel decide that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find 5 kick samples on Splice. And not all of them I'm going to like because I'm going to throw a few in there that might not sound so good. Why, you may ask? Because it makes it interesting. Okay, so I've chosen 5 kick samples. I'll play them all and then we'll let the wheel decide what one we're going to be using. As you can hear, there's a few in there that aren't necessarily lo-fi. They're not really soft in any kind of way. And just to make it clear, we're starting with 1 on the left, 5 on the right, and let's go to the wheel decide to see what number it chooses. Let's test my luck. Let's see what we're going to get. I just really hope it's not 5. I think 5's the most distorted one. I don't think it's going to be 5. 3. Okay, I can't remember what 3 is, so let's have a look. Okay, it's not too bad. I mean, I would have preferred like 1 or 2, but we can work with that. And now I'm going to go through and do the same thing with a snare. The snares have been chosen, and there's 3 that I think I would be happy using this time. I just really hope I don't get the 5th one. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make lo-fi with that. So let's spin the wheel again. I know it says 3, but that was from before. But please don't be 5. 1, 2, or 3, I'm happy with. Don't be 5. Oh, it's actually going to be 5, isn't it? 2. 2, I'm happy with it. I'm actually really happy with that. I can make that work. Right, so with those 2 things, I'm now going to try and make some sort of beat pattern. I don't know how I'm going to do this at 150 BPM, I'm not going to lie. I'm happy with that. That will do for now. So the next thing that I want to add is hi-hats. But I'm going to spice it up a little bit and we're going to ask the wheel decide whether I have to use a hi-hat loop or not. I don't really know what one I prefer. I mean, having a loop would be easier obviously, but I'd have more control if I didn't have a loop. And it looks like I'm not going to have a loop. So I'm going to go back into Splice again. I'm going to search hi-hats and we're just going to see what comes up. Just because I want to save this beat a little bit, I'm going to choose my own hi-hat. I'm not going to let the wheel decide that. But after I've done this hi-hat, then we're actually getting to making a melody and that's where it gets interesting. I've added the hi-hat in and I've done the most basic pattern ever, but this is what the beat's sounding like now. So like I said, here's where it gets interesting. These are all the notes that are in F sharp minor, and I'm going to be putting these into the Wilderside and let it make the melody. I'm going to do it a little bit backwards though, so I'm going to let it make the notes in the melody, and then after it's made the notes in the melody, then I'll let it choose the sound for the melody. So then that way I really don't know what I'm getting myself into. So I've just put all of the notes into the Wilderside, and now we're going to see what our first note is going to be. Hopefully it's like F sharp. That'll be a good note to start on. But I mean, the chances of that are pretty slim. So let's see what we got. C sharp. Okay, C sharp is our first note. So I'm just going to be putting this into a MIDI file. I'm literally just going to place the note and then we'll do the next one like here. But C sharp is the first note. So let's see what our second note is. I don't know what I want it to be. Like, I don't know how this melody is going to sound at all. So whatever it decides, we will use. B. I was kind of worried that it was just going to be like C sharp and then C sharp again or C sharp again. I think I'm going to do this like 8 times probably, but let's see what our third note is. Again, don't know what I want it to be because I don't know what it's going to sound like. What are we going to get? Not B again. A. Okay, this is looking so basic. We're just going down. It's just a slope. Right, fourth note. What's it going to be? Hopefully not the note below it. Come on, let's make it interesting. Do something else. Gonna be E. Okay. I can decide whether I want to put it here or up here, but I think I'm going to put it up there just because I don't want it to be a slope. Fifth note. Let's see what we get. Hopefully something a bit more interesting. Don't make it slope down again. What's it going to be? E again. I knew this was going to happen. Okay, E again. Sixth note. What's it going to be? Hopefully not another E. Come on. Please be something good. C sharp. Okay, C sharp's fine. Seventh note, we got 2 more to go. What's it going to be? Hopefully something interesting. I don't even know what interesting is at this point. I don't think we can really save it. E. God, it really does love E. E again. Okay, we've got 3 E's. That's great. And then finally, what are we going to get? Something that isn't E. I don't care as long as it isn't E. G sharp. Okay, that's alright. Looking at this melody, I have no faith. I have no faith at all. Now, just to keep it interesting, I've found 5 random serum presets. They're all like plucky sounds, and obviously that's going to be decided by the wheel, but what I am going to do is I'm going to play the note C on every single one of these serum presets so that you know what they sound like. So let's see what sound we're going to use. Please don't be something bad. I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in this anyway. It's kind of lost at this point, but what's it going to be? Number 4. I can't even remember what number 4 is. Okay, it's the one that has like nothing about it. I just copied the melody into that, and now I'm just going to put it to our beat and just kind of have it repeat like this. And let's play it all together and hear what it sounds like so far. I mean, it's not too bad. It definitely sounds like I just started making music today. But I tell you what, I'm going to ask the Wilderside whether we can make a second pattern that has like an alternative melody to keep it interesting. I've literally just made a Wilderside called Yes or No. And if it's yes, I can make an alternative melody. If it's no, then I can't. Fingers crossed it's going to be yes, because if it's no, then it's even more dead than it already is. Is it going to be yes? It's yes. Okay. So I've just made a unique pattern here, and we're going to do it the same way again. We're going to let the wheel decide all 8 notes. After looking back on the footage of me rolling this 8 times, it kind of becomes a little bit repetitive and boring. So what I've done is I've sped up the footage a little bit now, which is what you're seeing in the background, and I'm doing this time lapse just so you know that this is all legit. And now I'll show you the result of that. So now we have pattern 1 and pattern 2, and they loop over. So let's hear what it's sounding like now. I hate how stop and start it is because everything's perfectly in time, so I'm going to ask the Wilderside whether I'm allowed to rearrange it a little bit. Not in the way of notes, but just in the way of timing. So, Wilderside, am I allowed to rearrange the timing of your notes? Yes or no? Please say yes, because it sounds really bad, and I feel like I might be able to make it just a little bit better. But I guess that didn't convince you. I will leave it alone. Cool. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, remember to hit that like button. I'm sorry about the outcome. I literally had no control over this whatsoever, but I thought I'd make an interesting video because it's me making a song that I have no control over, and I thought the outcome could be good. But yeah, it is what it is. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already, because I upload new music related content every single Monday at 7 PM GMT. But my name is Insko. Hopefully I'll see you for the next video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.